Good morning and welcome to Highland Waves, a podcast originating from Marshbrook Studios, located on a bank of the world-renowned Margaree River in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, Canada. At Highland Waves, we feature stories about the people, the places, and the visitors of Inverness County. I'm Pat Wall, your host. This morning I break from our usual programming to bring you an important public service announcement. Why? Because November is Radon month in Canada, so I thought it a good time to remind listeners that radon gas is a silent killer. It's the second leading cause of lung cancer in non-smokers and is responsible for the deaths of some 3,000 Canadians each year. It could be a problem where you live and work. Full disclosure here, prior to retiring from the Nova Scotia government, I was chairman of its advisory group on radon. This announcement is timely because about 2 weeks ago, the results of a Canadian nationwide radon survey was released. Amongst other data, the report shows that 1 in 5 Canadian homes contain high levels of radon gas. Homes in parts of some provinces, including the Maritimes, that number is 1 in 3. So you may ask, what is radon gas? It is a naturally occurring radioactive gas found everywhere in our environment and is caused by the breakdown of uranium in soil, rocks, and water. You cannot see radon gas, smell it, hear it, feel it, or taste it, but thankfully you can test for it. In the outdoors, radon gas is usually not of concern because it is dispersed by the flow of air in the atmosphere. It's a concern when it gets trapped in enclosed spaces like homes and other dwellings. Newer homes that have been built with high R insulation values could increase the possibility of higher radon levels. So how does radon gas get into the buildings? It comes in through cracks in basement walls or floors, especially where the basement walls meet the floor. It comes through service entry points, for example, around pipes entering the basement, through drains, sump pumps, and especially through cinder block constructed basements. Sometimes it can come from the gyprock and concrete in the walls of your home and from your drinking water when taps are running, for example, when you take a shower. The amount contributed by drinking water, though, is usually very low and contributes less than 2% of the total radon gas in your home or dwelling. So how do you test for it? There are 2 basic approaches to testing for radon. You can do a short-term test, which is usually less than 90 days, often just 2 to 7 days, and frequently this type test is used in real estate transactions. It gives you a quick indication of the radon level. Or you can do a long-term test, done for over 90 days up to a year. The longer the test period, the more realistic the results. And if it's done to include the heating season, November to April, even better. That's because in the heating seasons, there's less air exchange and radon levels could be higher. So where should you test your home? Test in the lowest lived-in area of your home that is occupied at least 4 hours per day. Radon levels are highest in the lower areas of a building. Bedrooms and lower rooms are often a good choice for testing. So what level should you strive to reach in your home? As low as practical, but certainly below Health Canada's guideline for radon in the indoor air of homes. That guideline is 200 becquerels per meter cubed and is based on a yearly average level. A becquerel is 1 atom disintegrating per second. If you wish to do the test yourself, you can get test devices from several places. A good start is your local lung association. In Nova Scotia, PEI, contact info@lungNSPEI.ca or call in Nova Scotia 902-443-8141. In PEI, 902-892-5957. Also check with your local library. Sometimes they have short-term testing devices available for loan, and frequently department stores sell radon gas test devices as well. Health Canada's website, takeactiononradon-canada.ca, has excellent information on all aspects of radon, including where to purchase test devices online and where to get advice on reducing the level should it be above the guideline. It's very important when doing the test to follow the test instructions carefully. At the time of the test period, you will return the device for analysis, and shortly after, you'll receive a report telling you your radon level. If you do a long-term test and your results are above the Canadian guideline, you should reduce the radon level in your home or dwelling. You can attempt to do this yourself, but it is often wise to get advice or help from a professional who is certified by the Canadian National Radon Proficiency Program. That organization's details are also on takeactiononradon-canada.ca. Always retest after the work is done, and in the future, if you do renovations to your home, retest again. If your long-term test results are below the guideline, you are likely okay. That's if the test was done properly. If you do a short-term test, it should be followed up with a long-term test to get a more realistic result of the radon level in your home before you spend money trying to lower the level. However, keep in mind, lowering the radon level in your home as low as practical is never a bad idea. Again, check with a qualified CNRPP professional or seek advice from sources like Health Canada's website. At present, the Nova Scotia government has a radon reduction grant program available for low-income households. That provides help to test and, if necessary, lower radon levels. You can apply for this grant at www.lungNSPEI.ca/radon reduction grant program, all one word, or call 1-888-566-5864 or 902-443-8141. All the advice given in this podcast is provided as a public service and is based on the latest scientific information available from Health Canada's website. The results of the recent study can be found there as well. Thank you. Our thought for today is radon is a silent but very manageable killer. So long for now. Pat.